Hello, everyone. My name is Noah Cass. This is case study number 3. So, just a little bit about the client is that he is 6 years old and he does come with a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. He also primarily communicates through an AAC device and pointing to things around his room to try to get the things that he would like. And although he's really good at requesting for things, what we are kind of concerned about is trying to increase the rate of communication outside of requesting for items. So we want him to try to express himself more, try to bring others into his perspective on a daily basis. So, what's kind of the goal? So, we're going to try to expand his vocabulary by attaching names to items. So, this is what tacting and labeling is, and it's one of the primary goals in the VB map as well. So first we're going to begin with labeling or naming items, objects, or stimuli, and we're going to initially focus on items that they come into contact with regularly and on a daily basis for generalization. So we're going to first look at like Legos, shoes, milk, mom, dad, things that they absolutely love, things that they have at their home that they're going to see on a daily basis, so that it's going to instantly kind of work this goal and they're going to be able to generalize it pretty easily amongst different locations, different people, and different contexts. And in this example, we're going to be primarily focused on bowl. Um, and on top of that, what's great about texting and labeling is it allows them to express themselves outside of only requesting for items. So, like, look at that. That's a cool car. This also allows others to participate in their perspective. So, unfortunately, I'm unfamiliar of the term, but you and me and it. This is a descriptive that I've heard when it comes to trying to allow others to participate in their perspective. And this is what technical labeling can really focus on as a skill. So, what is the stimulus class? We're going to primarily focus on utensils. So, in this example, and this is for receptive language, find the bowl. So, they're going to hear, find the bowl. They listen to that information. They're going to act on that information. That's what receptive language is. Then the expressive is, what is that one? So now they have to they hear this information. Now they need to express that idea, and they'll use their AAC device to say bowl. And for labeling, they're going to be shown a bowl, and the client says with their AAC device bowl. So being able to look at that labeling and add that to their vocabulary. We're going to primarily work on this through the usage of discrete trial training to teach these labeling skills. The main SD that we tend to use at our clinic is what is that? And show a client a picture of a bowl. Um, we're also going to be working on matching to sample so that they're able to expand that knowledge to 2D objects, 3D objects. They're going to be able to look at specific stimuli of those items and be able to attach the meaning of bowl. And we'll get that into it in a second. So stimulus equivalence. So there's reflexivity, symmetry, and there's transitivity. So first off, reflexivity, this is A to A. So 1 to 1, you're going to see the item, and then boom, you're going to point to that same item. So this is where match to sample comes in through usage of listener responding skills. So our SD that we use is match, and will then have a field size of 4, one of which is a bowl in front of them, and then we'll give the client another picture of that same bowl. And then the client will match the two pictures by either placing the picture card onto the other picture or by pointing or so on and so forth. Then there is symmetry. So A to B and then B to A. So you're going to be able to hear a stimuli and then respond, and then that response goes back to it. And that's going to create this symmetry and this circular motion of behavior. So primarily we're going to be using tactile labeling for this equivalence and IDing through new stimuli. So what is this? And being shown a picture of a bowl and then using that AAC device and says bowl. And then the other way is showing being able for them to express bowl and then them getting a bowl. So that's how that symmetry really works. Then finally, transitivity. This is really going to be focusing a lot on the generalization training and teaching both matching to sample and tagging labeling through the usage of different exemplars. And this is going to help create those scaffolds of schemas, these scaffolds of information that are interchangeable but are not restrictive, and that's going to allow them to be able to apply this information that they got and be able to apply it to new things based off of characteristics of these items. So, for example, with a dog, you have four legs, it has a tail, it has a snout and a nose. That's a dog. And that is what transitivity really works about. So you're going to be trained on identifying a golden retriever with that dog. And then over time, because of the transitivity process, oh hey, these two share like similar stimuli. A is that same response of hey, find the dog. That's also going to work on like a Rottweiler, for example. And that's what transitivity is. So A to B, B to C, and then A thus then equals C. Um, so how do you change this? This is by using multiple exemplars, by using matching non-identical pictures. So instead of just having the same bowl again, 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 you're going to have different bowls. You're going to have different dogs. You're going to have different classes and so on and so forth, so that you're able to build these schemas and allow you to create this construct of information that allows you to quickly identify, oh hey, that's a dog, without having to be explicitly trained on it. Thank you so much. This is my presentation. I hope you have a great day.